Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It seems that Archie, baby Archie, who is not aware of what is going on, poor thing, and a lot of people do not believe that Archie is a real person or a real baby, or that Meghan gave birth to him. I'm not sure. I personally do think that Archie is a real child. I am unsure as to whether Meghan actually gave birth to baby Archie. I think that he did come from a surrogate. Now that's just my personal belief. She did look like she had given birth when they presented him, but I don't know. I don't know much of anything that's really true about this couple. They say they want a private life, yet they seem to pop up everywhere. They seem to always be in the media. They seem to be making all of these statements, and now allegedly they have filed a court case via the law firm Shillings. I think it's called Shillings Law Firm. They filed a court case against Splash Media for the papping photos of Meghan with the dogs on Vancouver Island in Archie's name, and Meghan is his legal representative. I mean, how preposterous is this? It just simply doesn't make any sense, and Charles is paying for this rubbish. Now, all I can say is that Meghan and Harry are making lawyers across the world a substantial amount of money for this ridiculous, ludicrous, accusatory lifestyle that they have chosen to lead. Wouldn't you think that by now they have more pressing issues going on than filing lawsuits against various different media outlets regarding Archie? Are they that touchy and sensitive? And if you can cast your mind back to when Thomas Markle done that interview regarding Harry and his relationship with Harry and the way in which they didn't support him when he was having open heart surgery, which was very distressing to watch and extremely sad, he did say that Harry is overly emotional, which he is. He is a part of this. Meghan is a part of this. It's a very knee-jerk emotional response. Okay, you was papped, but to be wasting taxpayers' money on this, it's laughable, to be honest, and it's all the more reason why people do not like Meghan and Harry. This is why. That money that they have used, and this is what I'm really taking from this story, could have gone to a family during the pandemic who have lost their income, could have gone to a feeding scheme or a food bank to give them more supplies for people in their local community who are poor, who've lost income, who no longer can work. But at the height of the breakout of the pandemic, they take money from the public pot, from hard-working British taxpayers like myself, and they hand it to a law firm in the name of Shillings Law Firm to sue a Canadian media outlet on behalf of a child that is barely one, he's 1 year old, barely two, who has no comprehension of what is going on because they were papped. And it's just completely ridiculous. If this is not first an abuse of your first world privileges, and these same people are going to allegedly put together a foundation in the name of this child, have told us they don't want him to be raised as a public figure. They want him to have a normal private life, are using his name for their foundation, yet they want him to remain a private entity. None of it makes sense for me personally. I just feel like they definitely are abusing their power and influence and their financial wealth. Our contribution to Meghan and Harry is completely wasted. Why would they do this? In light of so much devastation going on in the world, so many people that have lost money, their incomes, their livelihoods, have been struggling for the last few months, they're pressing ahead with this ridiculous case. I'm gonna get into the article. Prince Harry and Meghan's son Archie is suing a photo agency for breaching his privacy. The young child, who is just 1 year old, is taking legal action against Los Angeles-based photo agency called Splash News. The case is being taken through the UK High Court and was lodged by law firm Schillings. The case was brought by Master Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor and the Duchess of Sussex HRH. In the legal papers, Meghan is described as Archie's litigation friend. This is due to the fact that he is a minor. How ridiculous is this, guys? I don't even know if I can finish this. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It makes no sense whatsoever for me. It's a complete waste of time and money, and it is it's another example of Meghan and Harry's desperation to grab headlines, steal the limelight, and be the centre of everyone's attention. The case was lodged with the courts on March the 25th, and this was around the time where the pandemic really became a real thing, launching a court case. Meanwhile, everyone's lives were literally in chaos. They went away and they put together this ridiculous case in the name of an innocent child. And I do really feel sorry for this child. They just put this case together for I don't know what. I think the only purpose for the case was possibly for media. In fact, factually, it could only be for the media attention. To have our attention, because it's just so outlandishly ridiculous. The case was lodged with the courts on March 25th. This was just a number of days before the Duke and Duchess of Sussex officially ceased their role as senior members of the royal family at the end of March. The royals are suing the photo agency after they took photos of Meghan Markle walking through a park in Vancouver on the island in Canada last January. Splash Photography Agency said that they will defend itself vigorously against the lawsuit, and I think they should. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been notoriously private about Archie and have only shared a handful of photographs of their son. Harry and Meghan have moved to the United States to start their life independent of the royal family. The couple has had mixed reactions to their move and attempting to start a new charity named after their son. Harry appears to have found friendship with an old friend of Diana's, while Meghan is looking to get more involved with the fight against racism in the US. This is what it is. They are walking contradiction and paradox in themselves. Meghan and Harry, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are wasting taxpayers' time and money on this ridiculous case that has no real weight. Yes, allegedly they were papped against their will, but Meghan was smiling from ear to ear. Her security guards seemed really standoffish, and really, one of them was on the phone, and it just doesn't seem serious. It seems as though she called the media on herself, and that is exactly what has been said numerous times, that she did call the paparazzi on herself because she wanted to be papped. Kate has never been papped in such a way, except for that time when she was papped topless on that beach in the south of France, I believe it was, and then they went and sued the publication. But that would have been, I do believe that that was an accident and she didn't know they was there. Meghan was smiling from ear to ear. Why smile? If you wasn't meant to be papped, why did you smile? Why did you give them a clear, full, front-facing view of yourself with the dogs, which you looked like you was struggling to walk? This child, which everyone suspects was not really baby Archie, but a doll slung on her at an angle, which looked very uncomfortable for the child. Why would you have all of this dynamic going on and be smiling all at the same time if you didn't like it? She looked like someone who really did like being papped, who was having a great time out there, being the centre of attention and grabbing headlines. This is what it seems to be. In this case is a grabbing headlines case. I don't really have much to say. If you got this far, I'll be back with another video. It's just ridiculous. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go. Bye.